My beloved child, before you continue with anything else, I need you to be still for just a moment. Set aside the noise around you, if only for these few moments, because you and I need to talk right now. This is not an interruption to your day. It is an invitation from my heart to yours. You may have opened this message without much thought, or perhaps you felt a gentle pull that you could not explain. However you arrived here, know this: you are not here by accident. I have watched every step that led you to this very moment, and I have been waiting patiently for you. I know how busy your mind has become. I know how many voices compete for your attention. Some tell you that you are not enough. Others whisper that you have gone too far, failed too many times, or waited too long for anything to ever change. You have listened to those voices for so long that sometimes you struggle to recognize mine. Yet even then, I never stopped speaking. I never stopped calling your name with tenderness. I never stopped reaching toward you, even when your hands felt too weak to reach back. Listen carefully, my child, because what I am about to tell you is something your heart has desperately needed to hear. You have wondered if I still see you. You have questioned whether your prayers have disappeared into silence. You have looked at your circumstances and secretly asked, Jesus, where are you? I heard every one of those questions. None of them offended me. I know that pain can cloud your vision. I know disappointment can make hope feel distant. I know that waiting can make even the strongest believer feel weary. But I have never measured your faith by how loudly you sing when life is easy. I have always looked upon the heart that keeps searching for me even while carrying heavy burdens. I see you. Not the version of you that others praise. Not the version you pretend to be when you smile while hiding your tears. I see the real you. I see the thoughts you never speak aloud. I see the fears that wake you in the middle of the night. I see the exhaustion behind your eyes. I see the moments when you whispered, I cannot keep doing this. And still, I love you without hesitation. There has never been a single day when my love for you became smaller because of your weakness. There has never been a morning when I looked at you and decided that you were beyond my mercy. My love does not rise and fall according to your successes or failures. It flows from who I am, N.O.T. from what you have done. There is something you still do not know. While you believed you were simply surviving another ordinary day, I was arranging moments that your eyes could not yet understand. I was protecting you from dangers you never noticed. I was closing doors that would have wounded your soul. I was delaying answers because I could see what lay beyond them. My silence was never abandonment. My waiting was never rejection. Even when you could not trace my hand remained upon your life. My child, I have counted every tear that has fallen from your eyes. None of them were wasted. Each tear became a prayer before you even found the words. Each sigh reached my heart. Each silent cry echoed through heaven. You believe no one noticed your suffering, but I never looked away. When you sat alone, believing that no one truly understood your heart, I sat beside you. When you felt forgotten by people you loved, I remembered every promise I had spoken over your life. When fear wrapped itself around your thoughts like a heavy chain, I remained your unshaken refuge, even though you could not yet feel my peace. Do not mistake my quietness for distance. Sometimes I whisper because your wounded heart no longer needs louder answers. It needs gentleness. It needs healing. It needs my presence more than explanations. How often have you searched for dramatic signs while overlooking the quiet ways I have remained faithful? The breath in your lungs this morning was my gift. The strength that carried you through yesterday came from me. The moments when despair almost consumed you but somehow did not, that was me holding you together when you did not even realize I was carrying you. You have asked why life has become so difficult. You have wondered why doors closed just as you were ready to walk through them. You question why people changed, why opportunities disappeared, why dreams seemed delayed. Beloved, there are answers that time will reveal, but there is one truth I want you to hold today. Nothing has escaped my attention. Not one disappointment. Not one betrayal. Not one sleepless night. Not one anxious thought. Not one lonely evening. Everything you have walked through has passed beneath my watchful eyes. I have never been surprised by your pain, and I have never stopped working for your good, even when the path looked confusing. I know that sometimes you compare your journey with someone else's. You see them celebrating while you continue waiting. You see them moving ahead while you feel as though your feet are planted in place. You quietly wonder whether I have forgotten your name. But my beloved child, I do not write identical stories. I am not rushing your journey because I am shaping your heart. The roots I am growing within you are deeper than you realize. Trees that stand through storms are not built in a single season. Neither are souls prepared for my purposes. Do not stop reading with your heart. Stay with me. There is something I want to uncover that you have buried beneath years of disappointment. You have begun to believe that your value depends on what you accomplish. You have believed that if you prayed better, worked harder, served more faithfully, or made fewer mistakes, then perhaps I would finally be pleased with you. My child, release that burden. You cannot earn the love that I have already freely given. Before you achieved anything, I loved you. Before you understood my ways, I loved you. Before you learned to trust me, I loved you. Even when you wandered, I loved you enough to keep calling you home. My grace has never been reserved for perfect people. It has always been poured out upon those willing to come to me honestly. Bring me your questions. Bring me your doubts. Bring me your fears. Bring me your broken dreams. I am not intimidated by the pieces of your life. I am the one who restores what seems beyond repair. Perhaps you have been trying to carry everything by yourself. You carry responsibilities that seem endless. You carry memories that still sting. You carry guilt that I already forgave, yet you continue punishing yourself. Why are you carrying what I already invited you to place into my hands? Come closer. You do not have to pretend to be strong in front of me. You do not need polished prayers. You do not need perfect words. You only need an honest heart. I already know everything about you, yet I continue inviting you nearer. Does that not show you how deeply I love you? There is nothing hidden in your life that has made me stop pursuing you. My mercy is greater than your greatest regret. My compassion reaches farther than your deepest wound. I need you to hear this. The enemy has worked tirelessly to convince you that your story is ending in defeat. He has whispered that your failures define you. He has tried to make shame feel like your permanent identity. But shame never came from me. Condemnation never came from me. Hopelessness never came from me. I speak life where fear speaks death. I speak peace where anxiety screams. I speak hope where despair settles in. My voice has always called you by your true identity, beloved. Not because you earned it. Because I chose you. There are moments ahead when you will look back on this conversation and realize that it marked a turning point. Not because every circumstance suddenly changed, but because your heart began to remember who walks beside you. My child, if these words are reaching into the places you thought were beyond healing, do not keep this encouragement to yourself. If you desire to continue walking with me through messages like this, consider subscribing, leaving a like, sharing this message with someone whose heart is weary, and writing in the comments, "Jesus, I trust your timing." Your simple act of faith may become the very encouragement another soul has been praying to receive. Now return your attention fully to me. Do not let distractions steal what I am planting inside your heart. You have believed that your greatest battle was against your circumstances. But what if your greatest battle has been against the lies you accepted as truth? What if the greatest miracle I desire to begin is not outside of you, but within you? There is a reason I called you here today before the next chapter of your journey unfolds. There are hidden battles you have fought for years without fully recognizing them. Battles that quietly shaped your thoughts, your fears, and even the way you see yourself. And before we can walk forward together, I must gently uncover what has been happening behind the scenes all along. My beloved child, stay with me a little longer. Do not hurry away from this moment, because what I am about to reveal may explain questions that have lived in your heart for years. You have often looked only at what your eyes could see, but there has always been more taking place than you realized. The deepest battles in your life were not always the visible ones. Many of them unfolded quietly within your heart, where no one else could see the tears, the doubts, or the silent cries you carried. You have asked me, why does it feel so difficult just to keep going? You wondered why some mornings you woke already exhausted, even before the day had truly begun. You questioned why fear could arrive without warning, why loneliness could surround you in a crowded room, why memories you thought were blurry could suddenly return with painful clarity. My child, I have watched every one of those moments. None of them escaped my notice, and none of them made me love you any less. Listen carefully, because there is a truth you have forgotten. The struggles within your soul have never been proof that I abandoned you. They have been the very places where I have been nearest to you. When you walked through seasons of uncertainty, I walked beside you. When your prayers felt unanswered, I remained attentive to every word. When your heart whispered, I cannot feel you anymore, my hand was still holding yours, even if your emotions could not recognize my presence. There were nights when sleep refused to come because your mind replayed every disappointment. You searched for reasons, trying to understand why certain people left your life, why opportunities slipped away, why promises seemed delayed. You replayed conversations, wondering if you had said the wrong thing or made the wrong decision. You questioned yourself more than anyone else ever questioned you. I saw all of it. I saw the tears you quickly wiped away before anyone else noticed. I saw the smile you wore so others would not ask difficult questions. I saw the loneliness you carried while convincing everyone around you that you were doing just fine. My beloved child, you never had to hide those things from me. I have always known the difference between your outward strength and your inward weariness. I never confused your silence with peace. I knew when your heart was breaking behind the words, "I'm okay." There is something you still do not know. Some of the battles you blamed yourself for were never meant to be fought by your strength alone. You believed you had to carry every burden perfectly. You believed that if your faith were stronger, you would never struggle with fear. If your prayers were longer, you would never feel anxious. If you trusted me enough, you would never experience discouragement. But my child, even those who walked closely with me experienced moments of trembling. Faith is not the absence of struggle. Faith is choosing to keep reaching for me while the struggle continues. Remember how often I invited the weary to come to me. I never said, "Come to me only after you have solved every problem." I never said, "Come when your heart is no longer afraid." I simply said to come. And you are here now. That matters more than you realize. You have carried fear for so long. Had it sometimes feels like part of your identity. Fear has whispered that the future cannot be trusted. Fear has convinced you to expect disappointment before hope. Fear has taught you to prepare your heart for loss before joy has even arrived. But fear has always been a poor teacher. It tells you that you are alone when I am beside you. It tells you that tomorrow is hopeless while I already stand in your tomorrow. It tells you that your past defines you, while I call you by the future I am shaping within you. You believed the silence meant I abandoned you. But that was never the truth. There were moments when I remained quiet because your soul needed to learn that my presence does not depend upon your emotions. If you only believed I was near when you felt comfort, your faith would always rise and fall with circumstances. Instead, I have been teaching you something far deeper, that I remain faithful even when your feelings cannot yet recognize my nearness. My child, think back to the seasons you thought would destroy you. There was a day when you believed you would never recover from that heartbreak. There was a season when grief seemed too heavy to carry. There was a disappointment that convinced you life would never feel joyful again. And yet here you are. Not because you were stronger than the pain. Because I quietly carried you through it. Many times you thought you were walking alone, when in reality I was carrying more of your burden than you ever knew. I strengthened you in ways invisible to your eyes. I protected your heart from wounds that could have become even deeper. I surrounded you with mercy when you felt surrounded only by uncertainty. Do not stop listening. There is another burden I want to lift from your shoulders today. You have blamed yourself for things that were never your fault. You have replayed failures until they became chains around your heart. You have spoken harshly to yourself in ways you would never speak to someone you love. My beloved child, I do not speak to you with condemnation. When I correct you, it is because I love you. When I guide you, it is because I desire your freedom. When I invite you to change, it is because I see who you truly are beneath every wound and every mistake. The voice that constantly tells you that you are worthless is not my voice. The voice that insists your life has no purpose is not my voice. The voice that says you are beyond redemption is not my voice. My sheep K. Now my voice, and my voice always leads toward life, truth, and hope. There were times when betrayal cut so deeply that you questioned whether you could ever trust again. You gave your heart sincerely, only to watch others misunderstand you, leave you, or disappoint you. Some wounds came from strangers, but others came from people you never imagined would hurt you. I was there. I did not turn away because your pain became uncomfortable. I sat with you in every lowly moment. I remained beside you when you cried into your pillow after everyone else had gone to sleep. I listened when your prayers became nothing more than broken whispers. Those whispers were precious to me. Never believe that I only hear eloquent prayers. Sometimes the holiest prayer is simply, Lord, help me. And I have answered that prayer more times than you know. You wondered why you survived moments that should have crushed your spirit. You called it luck. You called it coincidence. But it was my grace. Grace that surrounded you before you recognized it. Grace that stood between you and despair. Grace that gently reminded your soul to keep breathing one more day. My beloved child, waiting has been one of the hardest lessons for you. You wanted clear answers. You wanted immediate direction. You wanted certainty. Instead, you often received another invitation to trust. I know that waiting can feel like standing in darkness while hoping for sunrise. Every hour seems longer than it truly is. Every unanswered question feels heavier than the last. Yet even in waiting, I have never stopped working. Seeds grow beneath the soil long before anyone sees the first green leaf. Rivers are formed one drop at a time. The strongest foundations are laid where no one applauds the work. In the same way, much of what I have been doing in your life has happened beneath the surface. Others cannot see it yet. Sometimes even you cannot see it. But I have been strengthening your faith, deepening your compassion, refining your character, and teaching your heart to recognize my voice above every competing sound. You thought the delay meant nothing was happening. But heaven has never been idle. Every moment has been held within my loving hands. I need you to hear this. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not overlooked. You are exactly where my grace has continued to meet you, even in the middle of questions that remain unanswered. Though Wah RLD often tells you to measure your worth by achievements, recognition, or success. But I'm measured differently. I see the quiet acts of faith no one else notices. I see the kindness you offered when your own heart was hurting. I see the forgiveness you struggled to extend. I see the prayers you whispered when no one was watching. Those moments matter greatly to me. Never believe that small acts of obedience are insignificant. A single step toward me is never wasted. A single prayer offered in faith is never ignored. A single moment of choosing hope over despair echoes farther than you can imagine. My beloved child, if these words are strengthening your heart today, and you desire to keep growing in faith alongside others who are seeking my presence, I invite you to subscribe, leave a like, share this message with someone who feels forgotten, and write in the comments, "Jesus, you never left me." Sometimes your testimony becomes the reminder another weary heart has been longing to hear. Now stay close, because we are not finished. You have spent so much time looking at the wounds of yesterday that you have almost forgotten to look toward the hope of tomorrow. The enemy wanted your pain to become your identity, but I have something far greater prepared for your heart. The story I am writing over your life has never been defined by your darkest chapter. Your failures are not the final sentence. Your fears are not your future. Your waiting is not without purpose. There is an identity I have been calling you into since before you understood my name. There are promises I have spoken that remain unshaken, even after every storm you have endured. There is healing that begins not by pretending the wounds never happened, but by allowing my truth to reach places your pain has occupied for far too long. And in the next part, I will begin revealing who you truly are through my eyes, and why the future I am preparing for you is greater than the lies you have believed for so many years. My beloved child, come even closer to me now. Do not allow your mind to wander back into the worries waiting outside this moment. Let your heart remain still, because what I am about to tell you is something I have wanted you to understand for a very long time. You have spent years looking at yourself through the mirror of disappointment. Every failure seemed to become another reason to doubt who you are. Every rejection became another voice telling you that you were not enough. Every delay tempted you to believe that perhaps your life had no greater purpose after all. But my child, you have been looking into the wrong mirror. The world measures you by achievements, appearance, influence, and success. It praises you one day and forgets you the next. It encourages comparison until you begin to believe someone else's journey is proof that yours is falling behind. I have never measured you that way. Before anyone knew your name, I knew you. Before anyone formed expectations of you, I called you my own. Before you took your first breath, my love had already surrounded your life. You were never an accident. You were never forgotten. You were never created without purpose. Listen carefully, because there is one truth the enemy has fought harder than almost any other to hide from you. If he cannot steal your salvation, he will try to steal your identity. If he cannot stop my love, he will try to convince you that you are unworthy of receiving it. If he cannot change what I have spoken over your life, he will tempt you to believe a lie instead. For years he has whispered words that sounded convincing. You will never change. You always fail. You are too broken. You waited too long. You missed your opportunity. You are beyond restoration. But those words never came from me. Every lie loses its power the moment my truth enters your heart. And my truth is this: You are loved more deeply than you can comprehend. You are seen more clearly than you can imagine. You are valued beyond anything this world can measure. You belong to me. My beloved child, I know there were seasons when you tried to earn what was already freely given. You believed if you became better, I would finally accept you. If you prayed longer, I would love you more. If you stopped struggling, I would stay closer. But my love has never been a reward. It has always been a gift. Even while you stumbled, I remained faithful. Even while you questioned me, I stayed beside you. Even while you doubted yourself, I never doubted the purpose I placed within you. Do you remember the dreams you quietly buried because disappointment convinced you they would never matter? I remember them. Do you remember the prayers you stopped praying because silence made you believe I had said no? I remember every one. Do you remember the hope you once carried before fear slowly convinced you to expect less from life? I remember who you were before. Fear tried to redefine you. And I am calling you back, not to the person you used to be, but to the person I created you to become. There is something you still do not know. Some of the greatest work I have done in your life happened during seasons you considered wasted. You thought you were simply surviving. I was strengthening your roots. You thought you were being delayed. I was protecting your future. You thought doors were closing forever. I was leading you away from places that could not hold the calling I prepared for you. There were relationships you mourned losing. Yet I could already see where those roads would have ended. There were opportunities you desperately wanted. Yet I knew they would have slowly drawn your heart away from my peace. There were prayers I answered differently than you expected. Not because I ignored your tears, because I loved you too much to give you less than my best. My child, trust is not built when every answer comes immediately. Trust grows when you continue walking with me, even while some answers remain hidden. I know you have asked, Lord, what is my purpose? Perhaps you imagined purpose as one extraordinary moment. But purpose has always begun with one faithful step. Every act of kindness offered in secret. Every word of forgiveness spoken when bitterness seemed easier. Every decision to choose honesty over compromise. Every quiet prayer whispered before dawn. Every time you refused to give up completely. Those moments have never been ordinary to me. They have been shaping the person you are becoming. The world often celebrates what is visible. Heaven rejoices over what is faithful. My beloved child, stop believing that your value depends upon how many people notice you. Some of the greatest servants in my kingdom were never famous. Some of the deepest acts of love happened where no crowds were watching. Some of the strongest faith grew in hidden places where only I could see. Never confuse being unseen by people with being unnoticed by me. I have watched every sacrifice, every tear, every prayer, every lonely decision to remain faithful when compromise seemed easier. Nothing has been forgotten. Nothing has been wasted. I need you to hear this with all your heart. Your story is not over. The chapter you are living today is not the conclusion. Do not allow temporary pain to convince you of permanent defeat. Storms pass. Night gives way to morning. Winter eventually comes spring. In the same way, the season you are walking through today does not have the authority to define your entire future. I am writing a greater story than you can presently imagine. You have often asked me to remove every difficult circumstance. Sometimes I do. But sometimes I transform you while walking beside you through them. Because strength developed through dependence upon me becomes a treasure no circumstance can steal. You have become stronger than you realize. Not because life became easier, Because my grace has quietly sustained you every step of the way. There were moments when you believed your faith had almost disappeared. Yet you still whispered my name. That whisper mattered. There were days when hope seemed almost impossible. Yet you still chose to keep going. That choice mattered. There were mornings when getting out of bed required courage no one else recognized. I recognized it. Never underestimate what I celebrate. The world may applaud perfection. I rejoice over perseverance. My beloved child, healing is also part of the future I am unfolding within you. Healing does not always happen in one breathtaking moment. Sometimes it unfolds gently, one surrendered memory at a time. One forgiven offense at a time. One fearful thought replaced with my truth at a time. You have asked why some wounds seem to linger. Because I am healing more than the memory. I am healing the identity that was wounded alongside it. I am restoring the confidence fear tried to steal. I am rebuilding trust where betrayal left deep scars. I am teaching your heart that love is still possible because my love has never failed you. Do not stop listening. There is another promise I want to place inside your soul today. The plans I have for you are not dependent upon your perfection. If they were, no one could fulfill them. They depend upon my faithfulness. Your weaknesses do not surprise me. Your limitations do not discourage me. Your past does not intimidate me. I have always specialized in bringing beauty from brokenness, hope from despair, and new beginnings from places that appeared beyond repair. My child, I am not asking you to understand every detail of tomorrow. I am asking you to trust the one who already stands there waiting for you. When you cannot see the road ahead, hold my hand. When fear tries to speak louder than faith, remember my promises. When uncertainty clouds your vision, let my peace become your G. Wide. You do not need to know everything. You only need to know me. And I will lead you one step at a time. If this message has reminded your heart of who you truly are in me, and you desire to encourage others who may have forgotten their identity as well, I invite you to subscribe, leave a like, share this message, and write in the comments, I belong to Jesus. Your declaration of faith may become the hope someone else has been praying to find. Now let these truths settle deeply into your heart. You are not defined by your failures. You are not imprisoned by your past. You are not abandoned in your waiting. You are not forgotten in your struggles. You are mine. And because you are mine, hope has not ended. There is still a path before you. There is still purpose within you. There is still restoration ahead of you. But before you fully step into what I have prepared, there is something your heart must learn. There are burdens you have carried for so long that they have begun to feel familiar. There are fears you have tolerated because they no longer seem unusual. There are people, memories, and expectations that you must finally place into my hands. In the next part, I will show you why letting go is not losing, it is making room for the life of faith, courage, and freedom that I have been preparing for you all along. My beloved child, you have come this far with me, and I do not want you to turn away now. Your heart has begun to remember truths that pain tried to erase, but there is one more step I am inviting you to take before you experience the deeper peace I have been preparing for you. This step is not always easy. In fact, for many of my children, it is one of the hardest journeys they will ever walk. Yet on the other side of it is a freedom that cannot be found by holding on to yesterday. Listen carefully. There are burdens you were never created to carry forever. You have become so accustomed to carrying them that they almost feel like part of who you are. The weight of old regrets, the sting of words spoken against you, the disappointment of unanswered questions, the fear of another heartbreak, these have rested on your shoulders for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to walk without them. But I did not create you to live beneath constant heaviness. I created you to walk with me. When I called my disciples to follow me, I did not promise them a life without storms. I promised them my presence in every storm. I did not promise that every path would be smooth, but I promised that I would never send them where my grace could not sustain them. The same promise belongs to you today. You have tried to carry tomorrow before tomorrow arrived. You have replayed yesterday until it stole the joy of today. You have searched for certainty in places that could never provide it. My child, bring those burdens to me. Not because they are too heavy for you alone, but because they were always meant to be shared with me. I know there are names that still bring pain to your heart. There are conversations you wish had ended differently. There are moments you wish you could relive. There are people you forgave with your words, yet the wound still aches whenever you remember what happened. Do not be ashamed of that. Forgiveness is not pretending the pain never existed. Forgiveness is placing justice into my hands instead of allowing bitterness to become your prison. I know how deeply you were hurt. I know the promises that were broken. I know the trust that was shattered. Nothing has been hidden from my eyes. And because I know the full story, you can trust me with the parts you cannot change. You have asked, Lord, why did you allow this? Sometimes the answer will become clear with time. Sometimes it will remain a mystery until you stand with me in eternity. But even when you do not understand my ways, you can trust my heart. Have I not been faithful to you before? Think of the moments when you believed there was no way forward, yet somehow you found strength for one more day. Think of the seasons when you believed hope had died, yet I quietly breathed new life into your weary soul. Think of the countless times when circumstances changed in ways you never could have arranged yourself. I was there. I am still here. And I will remain with you in every tomorrow. There is something you still do not know. The waiting you have resisted has not been empty. While you long for me to change your circumstances, I have been transforming your heart. Patience has been growing where impatience once ruled. Compassion has been growing where bitterness once threatened to take root. Wisdom has been growing where confusion once held power. Trust has been growing in places where fear once demanded control. You could not always see it because transformation often happens quietly. A seed does not announce the moment it begins to grow. It simply continues reaching upward, even while hidden beneath the soil. So it has been with you. Do not despise the hidden work. Some of the greatest miracles begin where no human eye can see. My beloved child, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to walk with me even when fear still whispers. Many people believe faith means never trembling. But faith has often looked like trembling hands that still reach toward mine. Faith has looked like weary hearts that continued praying. Faith has looked like broken people who refused to let go of my promises. If you have felt weak, do not believe that weakness has disqualified you. It is often in weakness that my strength becomes most visible. When you stop relying only on yourself, you make room for my power to sustain you. You have spent so much energy trying to control every possible outcome. You wanted certainty before taking the next step. You wanted every question answered before moving forward. But my child, if you could see every detail of the journey, there would be little room for trust. Faith grows one step at a time. Not 10 years at once. Not every answer immediately. Just today's step. Take today's step with me. Tomorrow will come with its own grace. I have already prepared it. Do not borrow tomorrow's worries before tomorrow arrives. You have enough grace for this moment. You have enough strength for this day. And when tomorrow becomes today, my mercy will meet you there again. That is how my faithfulness has always worked. Morning after morning, season after season, year after year. Even when you overlooked it, I remained constant. My beloved child, there is another chain I want to break today. The chain of believing you must become someone else before I can use you. You have admired the faith of others while overlooking the work I am doing within you. You have compared your beginning to someone else's years of growth. Comparison has quietly stolen gratitude from your heart. Stop measuring yourself against people whose journey is different from yours. I created no two lives exactly alike. Your calling is not a copy. Your testimony is not an imitation. Your path has been uniquely woven together by my wisdom. Walk it with confidence. Not because you know every turn, because you know the shepherd who leads you. Listen carefully. You are stronger than you think, not because of your own ability, but because my spirit has remained at work within you through every seesaw. You have survived things you once believed would destroy you. You have continued believing when giving up seemed easier. You have continued loving after being wounded. You have continued praying after waiting. Those are not small victories. Those are signs of my grace alive within you. I am proud of every quiet act of faith you have offered me. Not because it impressed me, because it revealed your willingness to trust me one more time. Never think your small steps go unnoticed. Heaven celebrates faithfulness that the world often ignores. My child, if this message is helping you release fear and walk forward with greater trust, I invite you to subscribe, leave a like, share this message with someone who may also need courage today, and write in the comments, "Jesus, I place my future in your hands." Your words may become the reminder another heart needs to keep trusting my timing. Now breathe deeply and hear me. You do not have to carry the weight of becoming who I already know you can become. Walk with me. That is enough. Trust me. That is enough. Love me. That is enough. Everything else will unfold according to my wisdom and my perfect timing. Do not rush the season you are in. Fruit ripens with patience. Gold is refined through fire. A masterpiece is completed one careful stroke at a time. So too, your life is being shaped with perfect care. There will come a day when you will look back over every delay, every unanswered prayer, every painful goodbye, and every lowly night, and you will finally see how my hand was weaving together a story far more beautiful than you could have imagined. You will understand why certain doors remained closed. You will understand why some people walked away. You will understand why waiting became part of your testimony. Until that day comes, let my peace be enough. Not because every mystery has been solved, but because my presence is greater than every unanswered question. Stay with me just a little longer. The moment we have been moving toward is almost here. There is one final message I must place within your heart, a blessing spoken over your life, a declaration stronger than fear, deeper than shame, and greater than every lie that has ever tried to define you. In the final part, I will speak directly over your future, remind you of the victory that is found in me, and leave you with a prayer that I pray will remain in your heart long after these words have ended. My beloved child, if you have remained with me until this moment, it is because your heart has been searching for something that this world could never fully give you. You have searched for peace in circumstances, for security in plans, for identity in the opinions of others, and for hope in things that were never designed to carry the weight of your soul. Yet through every winding road, every unexpected turn, and every season of waiting, I have been gently leading you back to the place where your heart finds its true home, in my presence. Now I want you to quiet every anxious thought for a moment. Do not think about tomorrow. Do not replay yesterday. Simply remain here with me. There is something sacred about this moment, because I am not speaking to the crowd. I am speaking to you. Yes, you. The one who wondered if anyone truly understood. The one who smiled while carrying hidden burdens. The one who prayed through tears. The one who almost gave up but somehow found the strength to keep taking another step. I know you. I have always known you. When others misunderstood you, I understood. When others overlooked you, I saw you. When others walked away, I remained. When your own heart condemned you, my mercy continued to call your name. My child, never confuse my patience with distance. I have not delayed because I forgot you. I have not been silent because I stopped loving you. I have never withdrawn my hand from your life. Even now, while you listen to these words, I am closer than the air you breathe. You do not have to strive for my attention. You already have it. You do not have to fight for my affection. You already have it. You do not have to earn your place in my heart. You have always had it. There is one final truth I want to plant so deeply within your soul that no storm, no disappointment, and no accusation will ever be able to uproot it. You belong to me. Not because you have lived perfectly. Not because you have always been faithful. Not because you never struggled. You belong to me because my love reached for you long before you reached for me. That love has never changed. There will be days ahead when fear tries to return. When it does, remember my voice. There will be moments when shame knocks at the door of your heart. Do not invite it inside. I have already carried your guilt to the cross. Do not pick up what I have already laid down. There will be seasons when uncertainty surrounds you once again. When that happens, do not focus first on the storm. Look toward me. The waves may still rise. The wind may still blow. But my presence remains greater than everything that threatens your peace. My beloved child, I declare over your heart today that fear does not have the final word. Despair does not have the final word. Failure does not have the final word. Your past does not have the final word. The final word belongs to my love. The final word belongs to my grace. The final word belongs to the hope that cannot be taken away because it is rooted in me. Lift your eyes. Not because every problem has disappeared, but because your Savior is still faithful. Lift your heart. Not because you understand every answer, but because the one who holds every answer is holding you. Lift your faith. Not because your strength is unlimited, but because my strength is made perfect when yours feels small. My child, there are people you will encourage without even realizing it. There are conversations I will use to bring comfort through you. There are moments when your story of perseverance will become someone else's reason to keep believing. Never think your pain was meaningless. I do not waste surrendered lives. The compassion growing within you has been shaped by the valleys you walk through. The patience growing within you has been refined during the waiting. The wisdom growing within you has been formed through questions that taught you to depend upon me. Everything surrendered to me becomes part of a greater testimony. Perhaps you still wish certain chapters had never happened. I understand. Yet I am able to bring redemption even where brokenness once lived. I do not erase every memory. I transform its purpose. The places where you once saw only sorrow can become places where my faithfulness shines most brightly. That is what my redeeming love does. It brings light into darkness. It brings hope into despair. It brings life where hearts once believed only endings remained. My beloved child, continue seeking me not only when life becomes difficult, but also when life becomes joyful. Walk with me in ordinary moments. Invite me into your daily decisions. Speak with me as naturally as you would speak with someone walking beside you, because I truly am beside you. Do not think you must wait for perfect circumstances before drawing near. Come to me exactly as you are. Again and again. Day after day. My arms never grow weary of welcoming you. My mercy never runs dry. My grace never reaches its limit. My faithfulness never expires. There will be times when you stumble again. Do not remain on the ground. Come back to me. There will be moments when doubt returns. Bring your doubts to me. There will be days when you feel weak. Lean upon me. I have never expected you to carry your journey alone. That is why I promise to remain with you always. If this message has strengthened your faith and reminded you that you are never alone, I invite you to subscribe, leave a like, share this message with someone who needs hope today, and write in the comments, "Jesus is with me." Let your words become a quiet testimony that encourages another soul to keep trusting my love. Now receive this blessing with an open heart. May my peace guard your mind when anxious thoughts arise. May my wisdom guide your steps when the path seems uncertain. May my strength uphold you when you feel weary. May my truth silence every lie that has tried to define your identity. May my love remind you each morning that you are never forgotten. May my mercy meet you in every failure, not to condemn you, but to restore you. May my joy quietly grow within you, even when circumstances have not yet changed. May your heart become steady, your faith become deeper, and your hope become brighter with every step we take together. Do not fear the future. I am already there. Do not be imprisoned by the past. I have already redeemed what you surrendered to me. Do not allow today's troubles to steal tomorrow's hope. My grace will meet you again with the sunrise. And now, my beloved child, let us pray together. Father, I lift before you this precious heart that has remained here in my presence. You know every hidden burden they carry, every fear they have never spoken aloud, every unanswered question, every silent tear, and every hope that still flickers within them. Surround them with the assurance of your unfailing love. When they feel weak, remind them that your strength is sufficient. When confusion clouds their path, let your wisdom become a lamp for their feet. When loneliness whispers that they have been forgotten, let them hear my voice calling them beloved. Heal the wounds that only you can reach. Restore what discouragement has tried to steal. Replace fear with courage, anxiety with peace, bitterness with forgiveness, and despair with living hope. Teach them to trust your timing even when they cannot yet see the destination. Let their heart rest securely in the truth that they are deeply loved, completely known, and never abandoned. Bless the work of their hands as they seek to honor you. Shape their character to reflect your kindness, humility, patience, and compassion. Help them become a light in places where darkness seems overwhelming. Give them eyes to recognize your presence in ordinary moments and ears that are quick to hear your gentle voice above every distraction. Protect them when they are discouraged. Strengthen them when they are weary. Comfort them when they grieve. Guide them when they are uncertain. And whenever they begin to doubt, remind them of this sacred truth. I have never left them. I am with them today. I will be with them tomorrow. I will be with them through every valley, every mountain, every victory, and every trial until the day they stand with me in everlasting joy. My beloved child, go forward in peace. Walk without fear. Love without holding back. Forgive as you have been forgiven. Hope without surrendering to despair. Trust without demanding to see every answer first. And whenever life becomes heavy again, remember this conversation. Remember that I called your name. Remember that I saw your tears. Remember that I never stopped loving you. Remember that my grace is enough. Remember that my promises remain true. Remember that you are mine. And nothing, not fear, not failure, not sorrow, not uncertainty, nor anything else in all creation can separate you from my love. Go in my peace, my beloved. I am with you. Always.